Hey gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you for tuning back into my channel. In today's video, I have a haul and sort of mini review of some new fragrances that I've added to my collection. A couple of these I have talked about on the channel before, but then I'll be talking about the new KAYALI fragrance as well. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts, then please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back to another fragrance video. I'm so excited to be chatting with you and sharing these new fragrances and sort of what I think about them. And I would love to hear your thoughts on these fragrances as well. So throughout the video, please leave your thoughts and anything you want to share in the comment section. To those of you who are new here on this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, and I also sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle in my monthly vlogs. So if any of those things interest you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. I have raved about the OUAI St Barts scent since it first came out. I picked up the body butter and I was hooked. I later tried the body scrub and I absolutely love it. It's also a scalp scrub and I've used it on my scalp as well. So I have the scalp scrub, the body butter, and I was elated to find out there is a body mist, and I now have the body mist. I was waiting for a perfume, but I guess they decided to release a body mist first, and I really think this is a test to see how the fragrance does. And I'm kind of expecting them to come out with a perfume just like some of their other scents has a perfume. I feel like by this time next year they might have a perfume. Like in the springtime right before summer hits, I feel like we might get a perfume from them. We'll see. The OUAI St Barts scent has notes of dragon fruit, orange blossom, tuberose, and musk. What I love about this one is it is a luxurious smelling tropical scent. So instead of your typical pineapple or coconut, you get a dragon fruit. And then you get a gorgeous white floral to kind of balance out the sweetness in this fragrance. You get an orange blossom and a tuberose, and I am a white floral lover. And I feel like the white florals in here are not too sharp, not very heady, not overly done, but they're definitely there. You can definitely detect them. Now, they don't list any other notes, but to my nose, I feel like there could be a sandalwood in here because it's very, very creamy, or even a coconut milk or like a coconut water or something like that. This has a very creamy component too. So if you're just looking at the notes, you'll think, oh, it's really fruity and floral. No, this is like a tropical, really creamy fragrance. To my nose, this smells very luxurious and it smells like vacation. The most luxurious vacation you could think of, that's what this smells like. And that's how I would wear this fragrance. It just smells so good. It's refreshing, but it's also very sweet and creamy at the same time. So the other night I layered these two fragrances together and I was smelling amazing well into the morning. This scent was still on my PJs well into the morning. So y'all, this body spray lasts. It performs very well. It doesn't project very loudly, but it's very long lasting. So I would say this projects moderately. There isn't like a huge sillage. And when people come in close to you, they will definitely catch your scent. They will smell this. They will feel enveloped in this gorgeous scent. It is so good. It's soft. It's fruity. It's slightly floral. It's very creamy. It's luxurious. And it's fantastic. It's like vacation in a bottle. I'm really happy that they came out with this, and I'm really happy that I was able to get my hands on it. So speaking of luxury and vacation, the next fragrance is one that I picked up recently. I've talked about it before, and this is Killian's newest Sunkissed Goddess. Sunkissed Goddess is a very high-end, upscale, luxurious smelling vacation scent. Now, while I wouldn't describe this one as vacation in a bottle, it's a very tropical and creamy and sweet fragrance that I could see being worn on a vacation. And not just any vacation. This is Bali, this is the Maldives. It's that sort of a vibe. It's a very elevated tropical fragrance. Sunkissed Goddess opens up very bright and very fresh with a bergamot and a neroli. The bergamot gives it like a burst of freshness, and then it's supported by the neroli, which is very citrusy. It's a very honeyed kind of white floral note, and so you get a very bright, very citrusy sort of burst of freshness in the opening of the fragrance. But then it quickly transitions to the ylang ylang and the tiare flower. I mainly pick up ylang ylang, and I feel like the tiare flower sort of supports the ylang. The ylang is a very banana-like yellow floral note, so it has this richness and this meatiness to it, for lack of a better term, and it is just a very hefty floral note. And then at the base of this fragrance, you have a gorgeous coconut, you have labdanum, you have guaiac wood, and you have vanilla. And so the base is sweet, creamy, it's lactonic, it has this deepness to it, and it's sort of bold and it's ambery at the base. So this opens up extremely bright, but the neroli is definitely prominent. It's doing its thing. So you can detect that white floral in the opening. And I feel like I pick up more neroli than bergamot. It's a really bright and gorgeous, sort of velvety and fresh opening. But on the skin is where this fragrance transforms. That's when you start to pick up on those really deep and resinous and balsamic and ambery, very sweet notes at the base. That's where the coconut shines through the most. On skin is where this fragrance does what it's supposed to do. It is such a gorgeous and luxurious smelling tropical scent. I'm so happy to have this. I love this fragrance. Now, to give you an idea of performance, this is a moderately performing fragrance. So this is not beast mode, although you can probably build it up to beast mode, especially if you layer it. But this is a very moderately performing fragrance. When I first put this on, it gives me a moderate projection, and it gives me a nice light sillage, and it gives me that moderate projection for the first 4 hours. On skin and on clothes, this is not moving. This lasts all day. And so in terms of longevity, it's going to go the distance, but it's not a beast mode fragrance in terms of projection or even sillage. So if you're looking for a scent that's beast mode, this is not it. This one here is almost like quiet luxury in a fragrance, in the sense that it's not seen, or rather smelled, before you enter a room. This one is, you have to get close and you have to try to uncover, well, what is that luxurious smelling scent you have on? And it carries a little bit of mystique. And like quiet luxury, it's if you know, you know. That's how I would describe the performance on this one. It's an elevated tropical scent that can be worn on vacation all summer long, but I will probably be wearing this anytime during the year when I feel like it. Hey y'all, so I am here with my thoughts on the new KAYALI Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42. As you can see, I ordered this small mini size. It's the same amount you get in the regular travel purse spray, but it comes in the mini bottle, and I think it's super duper cute. So I ordered from Huda Beauty, but I went and smelled this at Sephora first. And when I first sprayed this fragrance, I thought, this is not what I was expecting. It definitely gave off La Belle vibes, so the comparisons to La Belle are valid. And it was not as candy-like as I thought it was going to be. So my initial impressions were, I don't think I need this. So then I got my package in the mail and gave this another couple of wears. And y'all, I love this fragrance. So after getting over the initial misalignment in my mind between the marketing and the actual fragrance, I was able to actually enjoy this for what it is. You really get La Belle after the first 5 or 10 minutes, and that's the paracord in La Belle. I don't think this is very vetiver heavy, but it's definitely that paracord in Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. You definitely get that. That lasted about 5 to 10 minutes for me. After that first 10 minutes, it started to get sugary, sweet, and very bubblegum-like. And I'm talking about the pink bubblegum that's dusted with powdered sugar and cut into big shapes. That's what I got. After the first 20 minutes or so, I started to pick up on violet. I had my husband smell my arm, and he said he smelled something that smelled fresh, floral, and like lavender. So I think he was picking up on the violet too. And then this started to get very creamy, and it lost some of that sugary sweetness, but it got creamy and fluffy and slightly powdery. This is a moderate performer in my opinion, but super long lasting. It lasted over 6 hours on my clothes and also overnight on my PJs, because when I woke up in the morning, I was still smelling it. And it smelled creamy, sweet, slightly powdery, and really, really girly and very pretty. So you get that sweetness, the creaminess, the slight powderiness, but you also get like a slight pear in the sillage. And this is one of those fragrances where the sillage really, really sits in the air. This gives off the most beautiful sillage. And overall, I think this is a solid release from KAYALI, especially given the complaints that people typically have with this house. I think performance-wise, this is a decent performer. You definitely get your money's worth. I think this is a very complex, playful scent. So they did something playful and sugary sweet that still feels grown up. This is also great for year-round use. So I do feel like you get your money's worth. And for me, I absolutely fell in love with the bubble gum. I think on the dry down of this is sweet, creamy, slightly powdery, and there's a hint of that bubble gum and a hint of that pear, and I absolutely love this fragrance. What I've come to realize about myself is I'm not that crazy about pear and fragrances. It has to be done right, and I do feel like it's done very nicely in this fragrance. All right, gorgeous, thank you so much for being here with me. I value you and your time so much, and if you love these kinds of videos, I would love to have you here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you never miss another video. If this video helped you out, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out. And before I go, I just want to remind you to keep smiling and to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And most of all, remember to be yourself. No one can do you quite like you. So the best thing that you could ever do is work towards discovering who you are, who you were created to be, really refining who you are so that you can live and walk in your uniqueness, because that's when you're going to shift the world around you. That's when you're going to change things. And that's when the opportunities will start to flow into your life. I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.